Yeah. It's time for another A-list, okay? I know what y'all tried to do to me last week. It ain't gonna happen this week, Shannon. It ain't gonna happen this week, Jeff said it. Just keep in mind, the list is fluid. Week 5 of the NFL season is coming and going. We're gonna go to the A-list. Give me number 5 on the list, please.
So I saw the video of Stephen A. Smith with his A-list and what he considered the top 5 teams in the NFL. And I said, you know what? Why don't I take a look at that, react to it, and give my opinion of Stephen A. Smith's top 5 teams of the NFL, and maybe see if we can coincide, or do I find something that I think might be more important? Anyway, let's get to it.
Yeah, it's time for another A-list, okay? I know what y'all tried to do to me last week. It ain't gonna happen this week, Shannon. It ain't gonna happen this week, Jeff said it. Just keep in mind, the list is fluid. Week 5 of the NFL season is coming and going. We're gonna go to the A-list. Give me number 5 on the list, please, right now. Bam!
Miami Dolphins coming in at number 5. I can accept that. That's not bad. Let me see who he's got at number 4. But at number 5, I don't think that's a bad choice.
Miami Dolphins. Why? They resurrected themselves after getting stomped by the Buffalo Bills. I understand that. That was just an aberration. Any given Sunday, you saw Al Pacino, you saw LL Cool J, you saw Jamie Foxx, you saw my brother Bill Bellamy. These things happen. 1 week does not make a season. But the Dolphins are still the most prolific offense in the National Football League. Even as we speak with Achane going to be out, the bottom line is they...
Oh yeah, as we all know, Devon Achane on injured reserve, lost for at least 4 weeks.
Still got the cheetah. They still got Jalen Waddle. They still got Barry and the rest of the crew. They gonna be just fine, all right? I got the Dolphins at number 5. Let me give you...
So, what do you think about the Miami Dolphins being at number 5? I know you haven't seen the top 4 yet, but top 5 isn't bad given where the Miami Dolphins are right now. Remember, and a lot of people get pissed off when I say this, the Miami Dolphins have not beaten a team with a winning record yet. Can't debate that fact. As of today, the Miami Dolphins have not beaten a team with a winning record. And guess what? That's going to extend next week. The Panthers are 0-5. So they're going to play the Panthers, who are 0-5. The Broncos, the Patriots, the Chargers basically are even money at 2-2. No team that the Miami Dolphins have faced us this year, no team has a winning record. So that tells me right there, number 5 might be a good spot.
You're number 4 on the list. Please give it to me right now. Bam! The Detroit Lions. When we gonna wake up and understand? Times have changed in the Motor City. Times have changed, as my brother, God rest his wonderful soul, the one and only Stuart Scott used to call Detroit Detroit. It's a different ball game now. Jared Goff is that dude. Dan Campbell has changed the culture. They got a defense with Hutchinson and those boys. They're gonna do something.
They have a defense. Understand what you're gonna see a prevailing theme in these top 4 is defense.
Some things, the Lions are coming and clearly gonna win the NFC North. You could scratch Minnesota, Chicago, and Green Bay. No love for love on this particular day. Sorry, it's about the Detroit Lions. I got them as a top 4 team.
And also, as you know, the Detroit Lions opened the season by beating the Super Bowl champs. They beat the Kansas City Chiefs. That has to count for a lot in my mind.
Top 3 though, right here. Give it to me right there. Bam! Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, the reigning, defending Super Bowl champions. I understand they got receivers that can't get open, but they still got a running back they can throw the ball to and run the football for them in Pacheco. They still got Travis Kelce, assuming he gonna be all right, okay? You got Patrick Mahomes, you got Andy Reid calling plays, and oh, by the way, the defense is vastly improved compared to what...
The defense is vastly improved. A Super Bowl winning team has vastly improved their defense. Just think about that for a second. So, number 4, the Detroit Lions, great defense. The Kansas City Chiefs, Super Bowl champs, improved defense.
It was last year. They're a top 3 team, okay? They ain't top 2 though. Give it to me right here, please. Bam! The Philadelphia Eagles. Why? Undefeated on the season, rolls up into SoFi Stadium, handles their business. Did you see Hassan Reddick over those last 2 plays? Did you see that defense amp it up? I still see.
Did you see that defense amp it up?
A.J. Brown on there. I still see Devontae Smith there. I still see Goddard and those boys. I still see a running game with Gainwell. I still see a defense that can get to the quarterback. Okay, I'm sorry. The Philadelphia Eagles undefeated, 2 games ahead in the NFC East. As I predicted, they're a top 2 team in the National Football League. They just ain't number 1.
And you know who number one is.
It's the 49ers. Okay.
I got to believe at this point that the 49ers are the best team in football. I don't mean anything bad. No disrespect. Not saying certain players are better than certain players. I just think the 49ers are the best team in the NFL.
Okay. It's Bosa in the crew. It's Warner in the crew. It's Brock Purdy, MVP candidate. Christian McCaffrey, Debo, Ayuk, Kittles, Shanahan, the top 5 teams in the NFL. I got the 49ers, I got the Eagles, I got the Chiefs, I got the Lions, I got the Dolphins. By the way, the only reason I put the Dolphins ahead of the Bills is because even though the Bills spanked them, the Bills went and lost in London. So I said, nah, just another game you shouldn't have lost. I'm not giving it to you. 1 bad week for the Dolphins. I got this as my A-list. Give it to me.
All right, so did you notice something with that top 5 list? That top 5 list included basically 2 teams that the Miami Dolphins are going to have to face in the very near future. The Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. The other thing that you might have heard and realized at every single one of those teams, 49ers, Eagles, Chiefs, Lions, all 4 of the teams above the Miami Dolphins have stellar defenses. Right now, I think that list is pretty good because as of today, the Miami Dolphins defense has not proven themselves. They still haven't. Nobody can argue that point. There's no way anybody honestly looking at this team can say the Miami Dolphins defense has shown that they are a playoff caliber defense. Can't say it. Offense, different story. Everybody close the book on it. Yeah, we know this offense can score 30 or 40 points. They may have to score 30 or 40 points to beat the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. They may have to score 30 or 40 points to win playoff games. As of right now, this Miami defense has not shown that they are in the same category with the other 4 teams in his top 5. I can't disagree with that. Can you? If you can disagree with it, go ahead and leave me in the comments how you think the Miami Dolphins defense today, not with Jalen Ramsey back, not talking about that. I'm talking about today has a on par defense with any of those other 4 teams. Just not there. It's just not possible. In addition, you have to take into account that the Miami Dolphins have not beat a team with a winning record yet. Pure fact. I think this offense can compete with every team on that list. I think this offense can go toe-to-toe with the Eagles, toe-to-toe with the Chiefs, and toe-to-toe with the 49ers. I have no doubt about that. What's yet to be proven is if the Miami Dolphins defense can stand up to playoff caliber teams. As of right now, they've only stood up to 1 and they got destroyed at 48 points hung on them. They played the Buffalo Bills, and I'm not talking about the Bills record, I'm talking about the Miami Dolphins record. The Miami Dolphins defense gave up 48 points to the only team on the schedule thus far capable of being in the playoffs, period. So I think as of today, Stephen A. Smith has a very good list, and with the Miami Dolphins sitting at number 5, I don't have any problem with that. He also noticed on that list there was no teams from the AFC East above them. You also noticed on that list there was only 1 AFC team, period, above them, the Chiefs. I would love to see the Chiefs and the Dolphins playing in the AFC Championship game. I don't think anybody would have a problem with that. But to get there, this defense really has to improve. Let me know what you think about this top 5 list that I completely agree with Stephen A. Smith. I'd love to hear your comments. This is going into week 6 right now, playing the Panthers this weekend. But I'd love to know what you think about that top 5 list and my comments about that top 5 list. Let me know. Talk to you soon. Fins up.
Is anybody catching on to this Barry guy?